Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gnome, bringing you yet another Mortal Kombat X tutorial. This tutorial is going to be teaching you how to use Takeda's Brutalities. So without any further ado, if you would like to see a specific brutality, feel free to hop on down to the description below where you'll find timestamps to help you get to each specific one. Otherwise, if you're interested in seeing all of Takeda's Brutalities, then stick along with me. I'm going to be beginning with the Shirai-Ryu variation, and we'll see you there. Alright guys, so first up we have the Armless Brutality. Now, in order to perform this brutality, you can be in any one of Takeda's variations. Now, what is important to pulling this off properly is you need to finish your second round with a throw, which again is the L1 button on the PlayStation, left button on the Xbox, or if you're using a more of a arcade style grip to your controller, some people prefer X and A at the same time on the Xbox, or square and X on the PlayStation. Now, what's key to pulling this brutality off properly during the throw is you're going to want to bash X and Y on the Xbox controller, or square and triangle on the PlayStation controller. So here we go with an example as usual. Now here's a general throw, not too hard at all. Most throws do a pretty good amount of damage, 12 damage, not too bad. And really that's all there is to it, so long as you remember to mash X and Y or square and triangle at the same time based on your controller. You should have no problem pulling this off. So here we go. One more throw should do it. And mashing the buttons. Mash. There we go, my friends. Simple brutality, very nice. Definitely makes that arm-breaking throw all the more painful to watch and see. Because the throw in general is very brutal and hard to watch. But adding that extra gory finish really makes it nice and extra to send home. So on to the next one. Alright guys, so next up we have the Kool Whip Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you can be in any one of Takeda's variations, and it's actually quite simple, probably one of the easier brutalities in the game. You simply want to use your quick learner combo or your low swipe combo, and the reason you're giving the differentiation is because based on your variation, this combo can be named different things, but it is performed the same way in all variations. So to do that is simply YXY on the Xbox and triangle, square, triangle on the PlayStation. So here we go. Simple enough. One example of the combo, YXY, or again triangle, square, triangle, and that's really all there is to it. You simply want to finish off your opponent with that move, and there you go. Very easy, very nice, and again it fits the style of his whips and chains and how they really chop people up. So on to the next one. Alright guys, so next up we have the Whip It Out Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you need to be in Takeda's Shirai-Ryu variation. Now, what's key to doing this is you're going to want to have at least 50% or more of your health when you go to perform this. If you do not have 50% or more, this will not work properly, unfortunately. Now, to finish it off, your final move should come from your Shirai-Ryu phase, which of course is an enhanced version of your quick phase ability. So as usual, I'm going to be giving you an example. Here we go. It is down back A to use your quick phase. Simple as that. As many of you probably know, the Shirai-Ryu is Scorpion's clan, so it is only natural that Takeda, being trained by Scorpion, he would have a teleport and a whip right here, as you'd expect. But we are focusing on the quick phase. The whip has nothing to do with this. So again, you saw the regular quick phase. Now we're going to do an enhanced version, which is, again, down back A, and then your right trigger, or on the PlayStation, down back X, and your R2 button. So here we go. And there we go, my friends. Simple as that. We definitely have more than 50% of our health, because, of course, our enemy is inanimate due to showing this. This is just as an example. So here we go. Really all there is to it from this point, Shirai-Ryu phase. Make sure it's enhanced and you should have no problem. There we go. Boom. And boom. This is a great brutality. I really like this one a lot.
Try that again.
Just for the slow-mo of it. How he, whacks him from one side and comes in and whacks him from the other. It's a really nice brutality. Very well put together and well thought out. Definitely fits his Shirai-Ryu training. On to the next one, my friends. Alright guys, so next up we have the two-sided brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you need to be in Takeda's Lasher variation. Now, simply enough, you're going to want to finish your opponent with a Whip Flurry, which is of course the enhanced version of your Whip Assault. And while that final transition is moving on in the animation itself of the move, you want to hit down, down, down at least 3 times. If you do not do this, you will not get the results you are looking for. So as usual, I'm going to be providing with an example. Here's the normal Whip Assault. Simple enough, a very nice move, definitely nice and flashy. Now here is the Whip Flurry. and you'll know it is the right one if he does that extra spin and whack, and that's really all there is to it at this point. You simply have to make sure you push down, down, down during the final animation of this move. So here we go, my friends. And down, down, down. There we go. Very nice. It works. It works. It's a very nice part of his Lasher variation, and definitely, again, it makes good use of those whips and the blades all enabled in it. They're not too, you know, visually exciting, but you can only do so much with whips and blades, you know what I mean? You know, we've seen people getting chopped up since Mortal Kombat 1. So, on to the next one, my friends. Alright guys, so last up we have the Force Slice Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you need to be in Takeda's Ronin variation. Now this is definitely the more trickier of the brutalities within his list and in general on the brutalities list overall between all characters. Now what you're going to want to do is perform a blade drop and keep the blade on the ground until the final hit. Now I find that this works best that at the beginning of round 2, you throw the blade on the ground immediately. Now the problem with this is in the Ronin form, you do focus many of your attacks with that blade, so with it being on the floor, you're not going to be able to move as fluidly necessarily. So this is definitely a brutality that some of the more skilled players are going to want to try and take some time with, because otherwise you're going to definitely get beat up if you don't know how to use Takeda without the actual blade itself. So, on to the example, of course. And we're just going to go ahead and right out of the bat, right on the start of round 2, throw your blade on the ground. And that is down back X on the Xbox or down back square on the PlayStation. And from there, we're just going to go ahead and defeat our opponent. Now, I'm going to go ahead right out of the bat and apologize because I am not by any means a Takeda player. So if my skills appear cringeworthy to you, it's probably because they very much are. I'm not very good with him at all. But that being said, we should have him at just about good health. I think this should do it. And from here, you're going to definitely want to make sure your opponent is standing above the blade, but you can use an enhanced version of this that you would like. And in order to call the blade back, it is the same exact way in which you place it, which is down back X in the Xbox or down back square. So here we go. I'm going to be using the enhanced version, of course. And there we have it, my friends. Simple enough. It works very nicely, but again, make sure that if you are going to go for this brutality, you have good skill with him while that blade is on the floor. Definitely hop into training, toss the blade on the floor, and then beat up on the dummy and see if you can learn some combos and different attacks to use that don't rely on the blade necessarily. So there we have it, my friends. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did indeed help you out, please leave me a like or a comment down below letting me know what you thought, what you might want to see in the future, so on and so forth. And if you'd like to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe, because I promise you, there's plenty more coming. So without any further ado, thank you all very much for joining me for this episode, and we'll see you next time, guys. Stay safe, stay happy. Here we go. Alright, let's finish this off. And parry, boom, and right trigger, and down. Very nice. Again, the timing is everything for this one. As you can see with that setup right before I did this actual brutality, I almost messed it up and didn't get it with the timing. So again,